The North Sea is silent, a silence so heavy it is almost eerie. Where once the sound of waves and the silvery gleam of cod had echoed, there are now only empty nets. For 500 years, cod was a symbol of prosperity, the lifeblood of empires, and the soul of European cuisine. But in less than 2 years, global cod prices skyrocketed 40%, forcing many restaurants in the U.S. to remove the popular cod fish and chips from their menus. What happened to the fish that once fed the ocean? Is the sea sending humanity a final warning that its silence is the result of its insatiable greed? Go discover Cod Crisis. Prices explode 40% and drain $1.2 billion from America. In the 16th century, when the first Europeans set foot on the cold waters of Newfoundland, Canada, they were amazed by an unprecedented sight, so many cod, that their boats could be filled with nets in just a few minutes, and some even said that the sea was so full of fish that you could walk on their backs. Atlantic cod quickly became known as the white gold of the sea. The abundance of fish allowed small fishing villages along the North Atlantic coast, from Canada, Iceland, to Norway, to grow and prosper. This fish not only fed millions of people, but also shaped the history of European trade and maritime culture, becoming a symbol of abundance, resilience, and the bond between humans and the ocean for centuries. But that glory is now just a memory. Modern steel ships, equipped with state-of-the-art radar and sonar, now scan the once bustling waters to see only blank screens. Over the past 3 decades, cod catches in the North Atlantic have fallen by more than 70%. Those seemingly cold numbers belie the heartbreaking reality. Fishing ports are silent, fishermen have lost their livelihoods, and families have been forced to abandon the waters they have loved for generations. In response to this tragedy, the U.S. government has reduced fishing quotas to historic lows, just enough to sustain research and conservation. The sea, once considered limitless, has become frighteningly finite, and humans are beginning to realize when greed exceeds the limits of nature, the ocean will learn to reclaim its balance. Chaos reigned at the Boston Fish Exchange, the largest fish market in the United States. Cod prices soared, but chefs were willing to pay 40% more for the fish, but they couldn't get it. In New York, many restaurants were forced to remove Atlantic cod from their menus. The familiar fish and chips became a luxury. Shortages spread around the world. From Russia to Norway to Iceland to Canada, cod production plummeted. By 2022, the Russia-Ukraine war broke out, cutting off more than 20% of U.S. cod imports overnight. Thousands of containers were stuck in ports. Global supply chains were paralyzed, and cod suddenly became a hostage of political warfare. In the middle of the seemingly endless ocean, people now realize that even the sea has limits, and exhaustion is gradually becoming evident. But the legend is now only an echo in the mist. In the Gulf of Maine, once the heart of North America's cod industry, there are only cold waves and gray seas. The days of fishermen filling their holds with nets are gone. The cod have all but vanished, abandoning the waters that once served as their home. According to NOAA scientists, just a 1 to 2 degrees Celsius increase in ocean temperatures can disrupt ecosystems. Cod, which prefer cold water, are forced to swim deeper or drift north to find oxygen-rich waters. On sonar, the seas appear empty. In the past 2 decades, cod stocks in New England have declined by more than 90%, not just because of overfishing, but because the natural food chain is being disrupted. Warmer waters have allowed smaller fish like herring and mackerel to thrive, taking over the once fabled predators' territory. Today, cod are not disappearing because of human nets, but because the ocean is no longer suitable for them. From a symbol of abundance, the cod has become a vivid warning about climate change, where humans are losing the delicate balance between themselves and the sea. In the ports of Maine, seafood processing plants are shuttered, their closed signs swaying in the cold wind. Rusty ships lie idle, displaying for sale signs, a sad end to a bygone golden age. In just 2 years, the American cod industry has lost more than $1.2 billion. Thousands of workers have lost their jobs, restaurants and fish markets have collapsed, and purchasing ports are deserted. Yet, amid the despair, there is hope. In laboratories along the Atlantic coast, humans are learning to feed the sea again. In the cold blue light of the Massachusetts lab, transparent tanks reflect hundreds of finger-sized baby cod. They are raised in a temperature, light, and flow-controlled environment. Each individual is fitted with a tracking chip, so that when they reach adulthood, they can return to their ancestral waters, where they once dominated. On offshore research vessels, fishermen and scientists work together, blurring the lines between seafarers and researchers. They share a common goal: to bring cod back to the North Sea. Deep-sea surveillance devices, temperature prediction models, and seaweed-based farming techniques are all being tested to restore the collapsed ecosystem. And then, after years of silence, the first signs appeared. Off the coast of Newfoundland, cod catches began to rebound. Though small, it was proof that when humans stop and listen, the sea can still come back to life. This race is not about conquering the ocean, but about making amends with it. For the sea, though silent, has never truly slept. And if humans were only listening, there would still be time to rewrite the story of the cod, the fish that has fed us for half a millennium. If you believe the ocean still has a chance to revive, subscribe to the Go Discover channel to explore real stories with us, where people, nature, and time intersect in the waves. In the world of marine life, few species create as strong a contrast as the pufferfish. Normally, they are small, floating with innocent round eyes, but in just a split second, they can inflate 3 times their size, turning into a mobile spiny ball, a defense mechanism that has evolved over millions of years. There are more than 120 species of pufferfish worldwide, concentrated in the Pacific Ocean around Japan and China. Their most dangerous weapon is tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin 1,200 times more powerful than cyanide. Just a few milligrams are enough to cause death, and to this day, there is no known antidote. In Japan, fugu is not just a fish, but also a part of history and culture. Since the Edo period more than 400 years ago, samurai and wealthy merchants considered eating fugu a symbol of status and bravery. But the level of danger also caused the government to issue an absolute ban many times, turning fugu into an obsession every time a poisoning case occurs. However, the appeal of this fish has never disappeared. The Japanese believe that eating fugu is an experience between life and death, a rare feeling of excitement that no other food can bring.